There are many secrets that successful people will never tell you. They didn't succeed because they're smarter. They're not wealthy because they work harder. And they're definitely not in a higher position than you because they're kinder. They're on top because they know something you don't. This world doesn't belong to the best, it belongs to those who know how to control others. Look around you. Your boss isn't smarter than you, but he sits in that chair. That coworker isn't more talented than you, but she got the promotion. That person doesn't deserve it more than you, but they have everything you want. Why? Because they're playing a different game. A game most people don't even know exists. While you're trying to do good work, they're controlling who sees that work. While you're trying to be honest, they're controlling the narrative. While you're waiting for fairness, they're writing the rules. Here's the truth no school will teach you. Power doesn't come from what you do, it comes from what you make others do. Today, following the previous video, I'm giving you the remaining 11 rules of this game. These rules are more dangerous, more profound, and more ruthless than anything you've ever heard. They will teach you how to control without speaking, how to bring enemies to their knees without fighting, how to build an empire that nobody dares to touch. If you're ready and brave enough to grasp real power, pay close attention to every rule. Rule 15 will change how you walk into a room. Rule 18 will show you who's manipulating you. And Rule 21 will determine the legacy you leave behind. Let's begin right now. Rule 11. Make people compete for your approval. Power dies the moment people feel secure around you. When everyone knows their position is guaranteed, they become lazy. They stop fearing loss. They stop trying to impress you. Powerful people create an invisible competition. They let people believe that their position, favor, or reward depends on maintaining their usefulness. When people compete for your attention or approval, they move with intensity. They work harder. They fight to stay close. This doesn't mean being cruel, it means being strategic. Give small rewards, then pull back. Show attention, then turn away. Make your presence feel like a prize. Those who feel chosen will give you more than those who feel safe. The most powerful leaders in history always kept their circles competing. Allies stayed sharp because they feared being replaced. Enemies hesitated because they never knew who had the leader's attention. Rule 12. Silence is your greatest weapon. Words are cheap. Silence is expensive. The moment you speak, you reveal your thoughts, your fears, and your intentions. But when you stay silent, people are forced to guess. And guessing creates fear. Silence makes others uncomfortable. They start overthinking. They wonder what you know, what you're planning, and what you really think of them. Many will reveal their own secrets just to break the tension your silence creates. Powerful people understand timing. They speak rarely, but when they do, every word feels heavy. Silence builds anticipation. It creates space for others to expose themselves while you remain untouchable. In arguments, silence destroys arrogance. In negotiations, it forces the other side to fill the gap with concessions. In life, it makes people lean toward you because mystery is magnetic. Rule 13. Crush threats when they're small. A small problem ignored becomes a disaster. A minor enemy tolerated becomes a rival. Powerful people don't wait for threats to mature. They end them while they're still weak. In life, the person gossiping about you today will try to destroy you tomorrow. The coworker competing silently will one day challenge your position. The relative who envies you will eventually strike when you're not paying attention. You can't be sentimental in the game of power. Address threats quickly and quietly. Remove them from your circle, cut their influence, or outshine them so completely they can't rise again. If you wait until they're strong, it's already too late. History favors the decisive. The rulers who survived weren't the kindest, they were the most vigilant. Mercy for a growing threat is cruelty to yourself. Rule 14. Don't fight battles that don't serve you. Not every battle is worth your energy. The weak react to everything. The powerful choose their battles with precision. In life, people will provoke you online, at work, even at home. They want to pull you into small wars that waste your time and drain your focus. Every minute you spend on meaningless fights is a minute you're not building your empire. Before engaging, ask yourself, if I win this battle, do I gain power or just satisfaction? If it only feeds your ego, walk away. Silence will hurt your enemy more than your words ever could. The great strategists in history avoided distractions. They knew their energy was a weapon, and wasting it on petty conflicts only weakened their real mission. Focus on moves that increase your influence, your resources, and your position. Let small people fight over crumbs. You're going for the throne. Rule 15. Always appear strong, even when you're not. Power is perception, and people believe what they see, not the truth. If you look weak, they'll treat you as weak. If you look strong even in your hardest moments, they'll hesitate before challenging you. Life is full of storms, losses, failures, betrayals. But powerful people never let the world see them fall. They suffer in silence, then rise in public as if nothing touched them. This illusion of strength protects them because most people only attack when they sense vulnerability. Even in negotiations, in conflicts, in daily life, carry yourself like a fortress. Speak calmly. Move with purpose. Hold your posture as if nothing can shake you. The confidence you project becomes armor. People respect it. Enemies fear it. Behind closed doors, you can plan, heal, and rebuild. But in the public eye, you are a mountain. Rule 16. Build power in the shadows. Real power doesn't announce itself. It grows in silence. Those who brag, boast, and show off are always the first to fall because they expose themselves before their foundation is strong. Powerful people work in silence. They make connections quietly. They acquire skills and resources while others are distracted. They let the world believe they're ordinary until they're untouchable. When your power is built in the shadows, no one can destroy it because no one saw it coming. By the time your enemies realize your strength, it's too late to stop you. Think about the most dominant people in history or business. They moved strategically, built alliances carefully, and only struck when success was guaranteed. The silent rise is the deadliest rise. Be patient. Keep your victories private until they're undeniable. Protect your plans like treasure. Every step you take in silence increases the shock of your final move. Rule 17. Use fear to keep order. Love makes people comfortable, but fear keeps them alert. If everyone around you feels completely safe, they'll eventually test your limits. They'll become bold, careless, and disrespectful. But a small dose of fear keeps order where words cannot. This doesn't mean ruling with cruelty. It means never letting people forget the consequences of crossing you. Maybe it's the way you look at someone when they overstep. Maybe it's how quickly you cut off someone who disrespects your boundaries. Maybe it's the silence after betrayal that leaves them wondering what comes next. Powerful people make people think twice before challenging them. Fear creates hesitation, and hesitation keeps you in control. Even in friendships, relationships, or business, respect comes from understanding that stepping out of line has a price. Rule 18. Control information, control power. Knowledge is power, but only when you decide who knows what and when. In life, the loudest people often know the least. They talk, they overshare, and they give away their leverage. Powerful people do the opposite. They filter information. They only feed people what serves their strategy, never the full truth. At work, in business, even in personal relationships, the one who decides what gets revealed and what stays hidden is silently running the show. People can't attack what they don't understand. They can't sabotage what they can't see. Even a rumor can be a weapon if you plant it at the right time. Misdirection keeps enemies chasing shadows while you make real moves. Control the narrative, and you control perception. Control perception and you control reality. Rule 19. Cut off weakness without mercy. Weakness spreads like a disease. If you surround yourself with lazy, fearful, or disloyal people, their energy will infect you. They'll slow your moves, drain your focus, and pull you into their failures. Powerful people are ruthless about their circle. They keep people who are sharp, loyal, and useful. Everyone else gets cut off, quickly and quietly. This isn't cruelty. This is survival. Look at your life right now. Who's making excuses? Who brings drama? Who's always taking but never giving? Every moment you tolerate them, you lose momentum. Power demands clarity, and dead weight is the enemy of clarity. Even within yourself, cut off weakness. Destroy the habits that make you soft. Face the fears that hold you back. If you carry weakness, the world will smell it and attack. Rule 20. Always keep them guessing. Predictability is weakness. The moment people can read your next move, they can control it. They can trap you, outmaneuver you, or destroy your advantage before you even act. Power thrives in unpredictability. When people can't figure you out, they hesitate. They overthink. They waste energy trying to predict your next step while you move freely. In life, never let anyone completely map out your patterns. Change your routines. Switch up your approach. Surprise them with your timing. Sometimes disappear when they expect you to show up. Sometimes strike when they think you're asleep. Even in conversations, unpredictability works. A pause, a smile, a sudden change of topic, all make people lean in. Mystery forces respect, because people fear what they can't calculate. Rule 21. Leave a legacy of power, not noise. Most people live loud and die forgotten. They chase attention, arguments, and small victories that vanish the moment they're gone. Powerful people think differently. They play for legacy, not applause. Legacy is built through moves that outlive your presence. It's the business you create, the influence you establish, the reputation you carve into other people's minds. When you move with long-term intention, every decision becomes sharper, every action carries weight. This also means knowing when to step back. The loudest person in the room often burns out first. The silent strategist who plants seeds and lets them grow becomes untouchable even in absence. Ask yourself every day, if I disappeared tomorrow, would my presence still be felt? If the answer is no, you're playing too small. Real power isn't noise, it's the echo you leave behind when you no longer need to speak. Now you have all 21 rules. These rules aren't motivational quotes or empty advice. This is the blueprint that the most powerful people in the world have used for the past 500 years. And now, you have it too. But what matters is what you'll do with it. Most people will watch this video, nod in agreement, and go back to their old lives. They'll continue getting played. Continue complaining that life isn't fair while they themselves refuse to play by the real rules. But I hope you'll be different. If you're watching this far, it means something inside you is waking up. You're tired of being treated like a pawn. You're sick of watching lesser people rise above you. You're ready to step into the shadows and seize the power you deserve. From now on, you don't talk much anymore, you observe. You don't reveal your plans, You move in silence. You don't react with emotion, you calculate every step. You don't beg for respect, you make people need you. You're not playing their game anymore. You're creating your own. And you'll just smile, because you know something they don't. Remember this. Power isn't loud or needs to prove itself. Real power moves in silence, strikes when nobody expects it. Will you go back to being the victim? Or will you become the architect of your own destiny? The decision is yours, but decide quickly. Because while you're thinking, someone out there is applying these rules, and they're getting ahead of you every second. Let your actions answer. And comment below to let me know which rule resonated with you most and which one you'll apply immediately after this video ends. See you in the next videos.